Hello, hi, welcome back to SCP slowly consuming my channel. Uh,
Honestly, too slow. Need to speed up. Faster. Faster.
what? No! Today we're looking at, a request from the comments, SCP-2852, Cousin Johnny?
I had a cousin Johnny once.
He died?
I think he's an SCP now.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Miller, and the SCP we're going to be studying today is SCP-2852. Object Class: Keter.
Keter.
Special Containment Procedures. Containment of SCP-2852 is to focus on tracking and disruption of incidents where possible, and general monitoring of SCP-2852 compatible population centers.
Wait,
All individuals
so do they not actually have this SCP locked up? They're just monitoring it?
I mean, nothing says that every SCP recorded is in containment.
involved in blue level and white level events
It literally says containment procedure.
are to be monitored extensively, and their identities are to be given to local law enforcement as potential terrorist threats. Even when disrupted, individuals involved in blue level and white level.
Oh,
Hello,
I didn't do
everyone.
anything.
My name is Dr. Miller, and the SCP we're going to be
Really?
studying today and general monitoring of SCP-2852 compatible population centers. All individuals involved in blue level and white level events are to be monitored extensively, and their identities are to be given to local law enforcement as potential terrorist threats. Even when disrupted, individuals involved in blue level and white level events are to be cataloged, and their names are to be sent to local law enforcement agencies. Individuals witnessing the disruption of either event are to be given Class B amnestics. Black level events are to be monitored until conclusion. Afterwards, all participants are to be treated with Class A amnestics and are otherwise treated identically to those affected by other events. Members of Mobile Task Forces Upsilon 36, Upsilon 52, and Upsilon 99 who
That's a lot. 3 different task forces? This one
witness a
guy?
black level event
Surprised they stopped at 3.
are to be treated
Usually they only send like 1.
with Class A amnestics upon retirement or
That's right, I've read
transfer,
ahead.
and are to
Got
be
excited.
monitored for any signs of antisocial or otherwise
You'll see why.
uncharacteristic behavior. If found to have been infected by the black level event, operatives are to be amnesticized,
Black
suspended
level
from
event.
all field operations, and redesignated to low level, low intensity work, i.e., maintenance and data input. Mobile Task Force Y-36, Party Crashers, are tasked with responding to any SCP-2852 appearance. Mobile Task Forces Y-52, Cater Duty, and Y-99, Altar Boys.
It's the Altar
The
Boys!
altar boys.
It's the Altar Boys! Our favorite. Fuck, what were they? They got. All 3 of them got stood up at the altar, and that's why they formed the best SCP related band. The Altar Boys.
Wait, they're a boy band now?
Mm hmm.
Instead of having just like a bunch of, you know, a very young, like high school to college age boys. It's a bunch of just middle aged guys who almost had a life.
Yeah! That would be my favorite band.
Are tasked to identify 2852 events and provide backup to Mobile Task Force Y-36 as needed. Mobile Task Forces Y-52 and Y-99 are to establish presence within communities where 60% of the population is Roman Catholic or, as of revision 2852-7, Anglican. Any SCP-2852 instance found attached to a different religious group must be reported to a researcher with Level 4 2852 clearance immediately. While currently isolated to the North American subcontinent, all SCP-2852 compatible communities are to be monitored for an uncharacteristic rise in juvenile delinquency, sterility, domestic violence, and divorce rates.
Okay, hold on, hold on. Hold on.
Yeah, go on.
How would you detect a rise in sterility? Do they just go around and constantly test everybody's reproductive systems in every like little community?
Yes. No, so what they do is, so as you know, all of the altar boys are like, they're all like pansexual. So what they do is they get the altar boys to go in, and they do it
I'm
with
already regretting
everyone.
this.
They do it with everyone, Callie. They do it with everyone, okay? Everyone wants to do the boy band. Everyone wants to do the altar boys. And that's how they test their reproductive organs, because the boy band... I forgot where I was going with this, and now I'm kind of just
And it's
ranting
already
about
wrong
something.
because it's sterility, not they're not impotent. They're just sterile, meaning they can go through the motions,
Yeah.
but nothing will come out. Well, I mean, something might come out. Just why are we having this
How do they test
conversation,
it, huh?
Husey?
How do they test it? They test it with the altar boys.
I want out. I don't like this ride.
I like the altar boys. My favorite band.
Description: instances of SCP-2852 have the appearance of a middle-aged white male.
Not a part of the altar boys.
Biologically, the cells of SCP-2852 instances are genetically identical and human. However, instances do not have any identifiable organs. Their bodies are made up of fibrous muscular tissue, with the teeth and hair being made out of chitin, chemically similar to those of the Cicadidae family. The eyes of SCP-2852 instances, while looking non-anomalous from a distance, are set in the sockets without any nerve connection. While capable of speech, despite having no vocal cords or analogous organs, SCP-2852 instances do not show any grasp of language, speaking in a word salad. Despite this,
Question. For you and all the other chefs out there,
Yeah.
I put SpaghettiOs in a salad. Does it become a word salad? Which, like you know, the letter spaghetti? Does that become a word salad?
Oh, that question just made me so angry almost. Ooh,
Why? What's up?
old Tally almost came back.
What do you mean? I'm gonna take that as a
The
no.
old professional chef Tally that would yell at people and throw pans. I'm ready to throw pans, Husey.
So I guess that's a no, right?
The problem is that it's a yes, and that's why I'm angry.
all individuals at an SCP-2852 compatible event will perceive the subject as speaking intelligibly and will regard its actions as normal, unless briefed of its anomalous properties beforehand. Individuals describe SCP-2852
Unless they're aware,
as being
they're not
playful, with a crude sense of humor.
Unless they are aware that he's speaking in word salad, the language that it speaks. They will just think he's speaking normally.
And all individuals affected.
Interesting.
So, what? It's like, if you don't know...
If you know,
you're
you know.
Yeah, exactly. If you know, you know.
In an SCP-2852.
So is that Cousin Johnny right there? On the left? That him?
The,
That
the
cousin
only
Johnny?
one whose eyes aren't blanked out? Yeah.
Yeah, that cousin
52
Johnny.
event will refer to the subject as Cousin Johnny. While sentient, SCP-2852 instances do not appear sapient.
Oh my god, I just realized what this is.
What?
This is those fucking brain parasites from Rick and Morty.
What? Been a while since I've watched Rick and Morty. Give me a lowdown.
So the episode starts off with
Oh wait.
everybody sitting down to dinner,
Wait,
and Jerry's
no.
brother is there.
I know what you're talking about now. Yeah. I don't know if this is it because it's only cousin Johnny.
Yeah, but it's the same concept.
Instances
They're just like,
appear
it's
at various
Uncle,
Catholic and
whatever
Anglican
his name
religious
is.
functions.
Cousin Johnny. You know cousin Johnny. Everyone knows cousin Johnny.
And are treated as being an established member of the family. Instances of SCP-2852 are accepted regardless of family resemblance or ethnicity.
Exactly,
The
see,
entity
that's what it
appears at
is.
baptisms, weddings, and funerals, referred to as blue level, white level, and black.
Oh. Okay, so it shows up at baptisms, weddings, and funerals. No other instance? So, do they... Okay, why are they checking the sterility of these people? Like, what does that have to do with this in any way?
They're not actively checking, but that is just one thing that they have noticed that is, related to 2852. And there just happens to be one guy in the community that's secretly doing these tests. So they just check up with him every once in a while, just be like, hey, how's the sterility rate going? Still good? All right, buddy. Talk to you next month.
2852. Like baptisms, weddings, funerals. I hate
Okay,
my
that
life.
was
bad.
that was not a good one.
It was really bad, but that's why I said it.
Level events respectively. Currently, no SCP-2852 instance has been found to appear at any other family gathering. All attempts at tracking SCP-2852 instances before and after an event have met with failure. The entities are able to appear at such events as though they had always been there, alternatively appearing between frames when under surveillance or simply evading any attempt by operatives to keep them out of an event. All tracking devices placed on SCP-2852 instances have malfunctioned immediately, with the entity evading any surveillance. Each family gathering that SCP-2852 attends result in a different behavior from the subject and different effects. Generally, the effects of SCP-2852 appearing at a family gathering result in more serious damage done to children, although adults are not free from its effects. It is worth noting that stopping an SCP-2852 instance before it involves itself in the religious ritual will not stop its effects from spreading, although they may be diluted. The appearance of SCP-2852 at an event is enough for its effects to start spreading among the family. When questioned after an event, all affected individuals report a feeling of fondness towards SCP-2852, regardless of its actions during an event. I will now cover the blue, white, and black level events.
Oh, hell yeah.
Starting with the blue. SCP-2852's effects at a blue level event are present more strongly in the child being baptized, its parents, and any godparents chosen for the occasion. During the baptismal ritual, SCP-2852 will involve itself directly in the proceedings, acting as a third godparent when traditionally there are only two, a male and a female. Blue level events proceed identically, despite the presence of a third godparent, until the child is submerged into the water. Immediately, the child's top layer of skin will slough off in one piece, as though molting. This process does not seem to harm the child in any meaningful way. The godparents will then eat the skin between each other.
What?
Afterwards,
Easy.
Yeah.
Can I interest you in some baby skin word salad?
What dressing?
Ranch.
Yeah, okay. I'm down, I'm down. But also, what the fuck?
This
The
one
mass
is
will
filled
go
with a
on as
lot of
normal, and
what the fuckages.
Yeah.
SCP-2852 will exit along with the family. It is of note that SCP-2852 does not appear at any family celebration held after the baptism. The baptized child has a chance of dying within the next 6 months. Well,
Because it doesn't have any skin.
Naturally.
They didn't say that the skin, like, regrows or anything, just that the skin falls off.
above the national average. Living children exhibit multiple cluster B personality disorders. Most join anti-capitalist groups, various groups of interest, or if unchecked, will engage in destructive behavior, usually manifesting in self-harm, abuse of animals, or abuse of small children. Godparents and biological parents will be rendered sterile, regardless of
Just another case of children abusing children.
Just another case of godparents becoming sterile. It's all the
I
time.
believe
happens.
most godparents are sterile. Otherwise, they would just be parents.
Okay.
SCP-2852 success in becoming part of the baptismal ritual. Both groups commit suicide within 5 years of a blue level event, normally through drowning. All individuals not involved in the baptismal ritual are 500% more likely than the national average to have stillbirths. Those who are still capable of having children are far more likely.
Wait, all individuals not involved with the baptism. So just like everyone ever? Or just in the town, all family? Like, it says all individuals not involved in the baptismal ritual. So, like, just everyone that didn't attend the baptism? Like, everyone?
I'm guessing
I was
just
thinking-
by like the information provided that it's everyone present,
Hmm.
but that wasn't involved in the ritual itself. So, attendees.
Yeah.
Nuts.
To
Got it.
abandon them,
Got 'em.
sometimes allowing the child to die in the process. One couple affected by a blue level event in Ohio gave birth to triplets, which they then
That
tore
wasn't
apart
redacted.
and
That
hid
was an
from
actual
trees
place in
around their
Ohio.
property.
I don't think that is an actual place in Ohio, Tally.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, what's it like?
Exactly as described.
Past adolescence into adulthood, children exposed to the song of cicadas respond with extreme anxiety and
cicadas?
accompanying physical symptoms
Have
such
you never
as
heard of
dry mouth,
cicada?
nausea, vomiting,
I heard a cicada,
diarrhea,
I just
and
never
headaches.
heard it referred to
Some
as a song.
subjects' agitation escalates into violent outbursts,
Yeah.
which have resulted in at least 20 fatalities. When
Just
interviewed
that
about the
fuck off
cause of
thing
their
on a tree.
disturbance, no subjects have ever identified cicada song as a trigger for their episodes. Even in one interview involving a level 5 enhanced interrogation, the subject never indicated
God, I can't wait for
the
a
role
Hollow
of the
Knight cicada
in his
song.
attack on.
What is a level 5 enhanced interrogation? That's torture. Enhanced interrogation is torture. What is a level 5 torture? Why am I scared?
Torture with a happy ending.
Like the happy ending of a torture is getting to die.
And then brought back repeatedly.
Parish, which resulted in 18 dead and 10 wounded, including his parents and 3 siblings. Next, white level event.
Oh,
During the marriage ceremony, SCP-2852
Why did you get excited when he said white?
as a groomsman,
white level event.
and its most deleterious anomalous
Mhm.
effects will only manifest after the vows. After the rings have been exchanged, SCP-2852 will produce various implements that allow the bridesmaids and groomsmen to pull out their teeth one
Fucking
by
what?
one. The individuals seem to be oblivious to any pain that would normally take place during such an event, and blood loss, through still unknown means, does not occur. The bride and groom will be presented with the teeth and will eat them. Damage done to the bride and the groom's teeth and jaw are extensive, but any
I imagine the damage done to the teeth would be extensive because they don't have any now. So what, they just swallow the teeth whole? They don't even like grind them up, add them into water or anything like that? Just
Make a soup?
they just down the teeth. They don't even try snorting them pearly whites. No, no yummy yellows. Nothing.
I wonder if those teeth have lice. That might be why.
That might be why.
blood loss that occurs will not be fatal. The groom will then, in place of vows, vocalize a currently unknown cicada song, which has been known to reach 140 decibels.
Now, I did see in chat people were saying that this one might be related to the big bug god that we saw before. And I'm starting to
Well,
see
yeah.
a connection. A lot of cicadas.
It said earlier that the physical material was replaced by a chitin identical to a cicada.
Yeah. And
It has to do with religion.
there's a lot of... Yeah, everything here is religion related. And it's actually it's the same religion that it's the same religions that the bug god attached itself to as well. It's Christianity.
Mhm.
And all the events are being triggered or have a cicada song in them.
Rendering the bride and those on the altar deaf. Currently, no groom has been deafened by his own call. At the wedding reception, SCP-2852 will take the role of the best man and give a speech, as all vocalizations of SCP-2852 will be nonsensical, with no pattern to the words used. Individuals will react to the speech with mixed emotions.
Bang, bitty, bitty, bitty.
They call me Mr. Bombastic. Call me fantastic. And someone's just like crying in the corner.
Ooh, ah. Get up. Come on, get down with the sickness.
Papa. Baby, you'll never find a love like mine.
Rah, rah. Ooh, rah. Rah. Oh God, it's all cicada songs.
You windmill. Otherland? Is that how it goes? I actually know the lyrics of that one. Anyway.
Some crying uncontrollably, and others falling into hysterical laughter. After the speech, SCP-2852 will produce a gift for the married couple.
Aww.
This gift currently has always been 3.5 kilograms of human hair
Oh.
of various colors, 13 deceased specimen of bison
Cicada? You
and
shouldn't
23
have.
human teeth in a cardboard box. DNA testing on all gifts have been inconclusive. The bride and groom of a white level event will divorce, on average, 2 years after their wedding, usually as a result of domestic violence. Any children produced during their marriage will have cluster B personality disorders or life-threatening disfigurements.
Fine.
All married individuals attending the event will find themselves unable to have children, despite a lack of detectable changes to fertility-related biology. Sperm counts and sperm quality remain unaffected. Ovulation also remains unchanged, and no genetic irregularities have been observed.
They're just not
eggs.
allowed to have kids.
The Foundation has arranged a statistically significant number of hysterectomies for guests
not
at
allowed,
white-level
it's just-
events. The surgeries are prescribed and administered by third-party
Don't.
Just don't.
agents in the medical industry. Exhaustive biopsies, chemical analysis, and mechanical inspections of the extracted uteri and ovaries have failed to yield any signs of abnormality. All children involved in a white-level event will avoid romantic relationships, and 9 out of 10 commit suicide by the age of 18. Roughly half pull out their teeth until blood completely blocks the
Why are they
airways,
pulling out
and
their
others
teeth?
bite their own wrists until exsanguinated.
Because cicadas don't have teeth,
finally,
Husey.
That's-
Gosh.
Black-level
Do
event.
they have not teeth?
Black-level events are notable in that any
I don't
attempt to
think
disrupt the event through any means
Any bugs have teeth.
How do cicadas eat food then?
Pincers.
How do
Um,
cicadas eat? Here we go. They have needles in their mouths. Got it. They suck. They have a sucking mouth part. Got it. Okay.
I
result in the
think
actor
most
becoming a
bugs like
participant
produce like an
in the
acid
event.
that like helps dissolve things like in their mouth.
Meanwhile, the cicada just goes. And that's how it eats.
Or maybe that's why they're taking out all the human teeth because they need them for themselves.
One tooth can be enough for 10 cicadas. You gotta really think about the cicadas in this scenario.
You got it. You got it. You gotta think outside the bugs.
You gotta
There
think
exists
about the
no
bug.
way to stop or end a black-level event. Any attempts at barring SCP-2852 instances from the church or funeral home result in SCP-2852 simply appearing in a pew. During a black-level event, SCP-2852 will take the place of the eulogizer, even if one was not scheduled to speak during the mass.
Eulogizer.
That's what you're finding funny? Eulogizer.
I'm sorry, I've never heard the word eulogizer before, but that definitely sounds like a battery.
No, that's energizer.
Oh.
Place of the eulogizer, even if one was not scheduled to speak during the mass. The speech, as any vocalization by SCP-2852, will be nonsensical, with no
Of
patterns
course.
being found. However, as the subject speaks, the individual closest to the departed will open the casket and produce a long knife.
Oh.
The knives produced during a black-level event are not seen before the event and disappear
What do they do with
after
the
the event.
knives?
The individual
Okay,
will
Husey,
then exsanguinate.
I need you to get in contact with Marshall Carter and Dark immediately because I want one of those knives.
Who?
The anomalous auction agency that sells anomalous stuff.
That's what they're called?
Yeah.
I forgot.
That's apparent.
Themselves, normally from the wrists, but there have been instances where individuals have slit their throats. In turn, 2 by 2, each attendant will use the
2 by
knife to
2.
pour their blood into the casket. Children too young to exsanguinate themselves are helped by adults.
Huh?
Despite many
Please
losing enough blood to
exsanguinate your
result-
children before you exsanguinate yourself.
Of course. It's only polite. It's the correct tradition.
in death,
Haven't
no
you ever been
physical
on an
effects are
airplane
seen in
before?
participants.
What?
SCP-2852's speech eventually turns into the song of an adult male to Bison Lanai.
Eventually, the speech of SCP-2852 will resort to Dare by Gorillas.
It's there. Oh.
We don't know where the music actually comes from, but we think that it's SCP's throat.
We think that the gorillas just possess their vocal cords.
I could see that.
All participants will respond with the same call, despite the song of the cicada being limited to the male. SCP-2852 will stand at the pulpit until each individual has bled themselves,
Pulpit.
and then will walk to the casket and vomit a mixture of blood, wood pulp, and dead specimen of
Wood
Tebison
pulp?
lanai. It is currently unknown how SCP-2852 instances are able to hold the mixture within themselves due to the lack of any cavity of sufficient size in its body.
Teleportation. Wait, are they like getting all of these organs and all that fluid and the knife into anything? Are they pulling it from the cicada dimension where the giant bug god is?
Maybe.
The bug god is just like, okay, so in Elden Ring, there's like it's got like the blood mother. It's a different dimension, and with some of the spells, the blood related spells, you can reach your hand up through like a portal. You pull some blood from the blood mother, and then you throw it at someone. Are they reaching into their coat pockets and pulling out a knife from the cicada dimension like that?
That would make sense.
And also,
Too
like,
bad we didn't get more information on the knife. Like,
yeah,
is the knife made out of cicada chitin or something?
what's the shape of the knife? Is it like, is it a straight knife? Is it like kind of curved, a little bit wobbly? Does it lean to the left?
Once finished, the funeral mass will go on as normal, and the casket, filled with blood and SCP-2852's vomit, will be taken to the cemetery and lowered into the earth as is normal for a Catholic or Anglican funeral service. Black level events normally will end here. If a family gathering was planned to take place after the funeral, SCP-2852 will attend. SCP-2852 will, once all individuals affected have come to the location, vomit a similar mixture of blood, wood pulp, and dead Tebison lanai into a bowl. This mixture will be primarily eaten by the affected children. After this has been eaten, SCP-2852 will give another speech of nonsensical words without patterns, strip itself, and lay on the table.
You're
The
gonna eat it?
participants then will eat SCP-2852's flesh until there is nothing left. During this, SCP-2852 will still vocalize, even when suffering mortal injuries. Participants have been known to carry on a friendly conversation with SCP-2852 while eating it. Children unable to chew whole food properly will be fed mouth to mouth by any caregivers.
Aww. Well, that's nice. Mama bird.
All participants
I think
of
we
a
have
black
different
level
definitions
event
of
will break
nice.
from their family either through suicide,
I
moving,
was fed.
or divorce. Every individual involved in an event will be rendered sterile. Domestic violence in participants of black level events will usually be of a cannibalistic nature, resulting in the death of one or both individuals. 6 out of 10 children involved will attempt to murder one or both of their parents before they turn 18. It is theorized that nearly a third of Catholic and Anglican D-class were involved in a black level event.
That's a lot.
For further research regarding related phenomena, please see the database entry for SCP-3004.
Directly calling the number out. Okay.
Dang.
That one, I kind of like Cousin Johnny. I like the
Okay,
part where
so
go on.
remember how when we were talking about the different SCPs that would make really good like standalone games?
This one?
Imagine like a Resident Evil 4 style game where you're just like a solo agent in a village where literally everyone in the village is infected, but instead of like, you know, a virus like in Resident Evil,
Cousin
They're all
Johnny.
2852s.
It's all Cousin Johnny? I mean, have they even tried to hurt or harm Cousin Johnny in any way? I don't even think they could if they wanted to.
Definitely survival horror then. No Leon Kennedy in this one.
Resident Evil 7 style.
Yeah.
Well, you have any words of the day before we leave?
Remember, chat, if you're at a funeral and someone starts singing ba with a ba, da bang, bitty, 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 you're likely to be eaten by cicadas.
Well, goodbye, everyone.